Mighty Then Games here, and I want to show you something about, this is really cool in Blender. So what I have right here is I have just rendered this, and I want to show you something about the different renders we have. We have two renders in Blender, and this is the render window right side by side with Blender. And on the right side, I want to just show you the cool thing I discovered, and that is, okay, first I did a render of this in the EEVEE game, in the EEVEE render, which is the second from the bottom, the render tab. And you can go to the render tab, and then come over here to the right, and in the text field it says EEVEE. You click down the arrow, and then you have cycles. And so the two engines that I use a lot is EEVEE and Cycles, and EEVEE's fast, but Cycles, it says all the power. And one of the things that I love to do is when I'm on the renderer, I like to come way down here past all of these other functions to this tab right here, which is the color management. And this is where we can play around with the different functions and give our images all the beautiful things that we love to do in Photoshop and other apps where we can add the functions. So I'm going to click curves on and show you. I already have had a bunch of stuff set up, I think, in here. A bunch of these, you slide these bars, the black level, hold the cursor over and slide it back and forth, but I have it set the way I like it, so I'm not going to mess with it. And I want to show you that this is the render right here that I did in EEVEE. Now if I turn this, I can do this like on the fly. I can turn the curves under the color management off and on. So even after I've rendered it, I can just start fiddling around with this stuff and adding these different functions, exposure, and if I don't like it, then I can just click it off. So this is the render that I did in EEVEE, which is the fast renderer that I use all the time. Now I'm starting to work with the cycles, and I'm going to switch over here. I rendered in my Blender render window. I've got another render right here. This is the render that I did with EEVEE, and it took a while. And I think in this version that I have, it's already pre-set up. I haven't done any changes to any of the cycles cycles. So you have different functions in the cycles as the EEVEE. But here is my render, the difference between the two. That's what I want to show you. This is the EEVEE render, and this is the cycles renderer. And if I turn back on the settings that I have in the curves under color management, you can see the difference here. Big, huge difference. Wow, that's what I really want to show you. So you can see all the lighting here and how beautiful it is. And then, I don't know if this is new or not, but one of the things that I've noticed that I don't think I've seen in other versions is, I'm going to open up this, pull this back, so we're looking at Blender, is I can have this on and it's displaying in my view right in my scene. Wow, I don't remember that ever being there. That is so cool. So I just wanted to share that I don't like to be, I'm not very patient. I'm kind of, like in a big rush all the time. And I always use the quick EEVEE renderer, because when you render with it, it's just blazing fast. So if you go, this is where the render is up at the top on the left, just 2 tabs over from File. Go Render, and then you can just click View Render, and then this will bring your window up so that you can see your, if you have a scroll wheel or whatever, you can scroll in and out, and you can save these. And then I always save them out, Image, Save As, and then I save my images out. But keep in mind, if you want to see your stuff with the Blender file view, you have to turn the stuff on. I turn all this stuff on, and I was like, where is everything? And it doesn't work exactly like Windows. When you want to search for something, you have to type in this menu over here. So as you try to click on something and you go to search, and it doesn't work. But if you come up to this little search bar, you can, if you remember what you named your file, then you can search for it right here. And the other really cool thing is, if you want to save another copy, you can just hit the plus button. You've got that there, and it's named Cycles Render. You can click on it, and when it's red, you know you're on another file, another image. And then you just click the plus, and it makes a new one, and then you hit Save As. Then you have 2 there. So it's really fast to save out images. And the other thing you can also do, I'll show you quickly, is you can go Image, and say you've closed out and you don't have any of your images, and you just want to edit one of your images in this app. So I'm going to go ahead and go Image, Open, and I tested this a couple times and couldn't figure it out, but then I did. So let's choose something like this, and I can open the image. Now what I can do is I can add effects right here in Blender. And to do that, I realized, so I brought in an image. I didn't render today or last week. I just brought in an old image, or say a photograph, or anything you want to edit. Then you come in here, and if you don't see your little, you go Render, View Render, and you get into your render window. That's Render, and then come down to 4 down, View Render, or F11, and that opens up your window view. And then you can now I'll bring my screen back down here to view. And then now what you can do is you can pull this out, and if you want to see just this tab, just this, you hold your cursor over that window, and you hit Control Spacebar, and it opens up your menu, Control Spacebar. So now I can scroll down, I can see clear with my eyeballs and my glasses. And if you don't have this little image tab open, you just, it shows the tabs are here on the right, and you can use the keyboard shortcut N to open and close it. If it's hiding and there's a little tiny arrow and you can't see it, just hit N. Because what we want to do is, let's go down here, and we're in color management, we're in the renders property settings, and then we come down, second tab, and then this long skinny menu, and then all the way at the bottom, color management. We scroll up, okay, and then you can fiddle with all of the settings, and I like to play with the curves. So if I want to affect this, notice nothing's changing when I click it on and off. Okay, at first I thought, oh, I can't do it. I can't edit stuff like I do in Cinema 40. But you can. you just come over here to this little menu and you see where it says View as Render. Apply render part of display transformation when displaying this image on the screen. Click it on. Now we're seeing our effects. So you can play with these. This is really cool because I was trying to do it and I was in a hurry, too big of a hurry. And now I can come over here and I can fiddle around and show you how you can use free Blender to add effects to your photographs and images and play with it. It's really fun and I'm so excited. So you can click on the color schemes here, the colors red, green, and blue, and then you can add little clicks, which adds a little button, and then you can play with this little thingy, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. It's a little hill, and then you can go from red or colors to red, and you can add as many as you want, and you can do this, and then you can go to each one. Green. Like so. And then if you want, you can to clear them, you just select it, then you go to this arrow over here at Use Curves, and you can reset curve. And then you're back. And then the other thing that you can do down here is you can just use this guy, where you come down where it says black level, and then you've got red, and you can play with scrolling, click and drag on the red, and then the green, and then you can go to the white level and do it. So that's really cool. I wanted to show you that in this, and I was really excited to see that. Like I was showing you, let's go ahead and save this out. So now I've added effects to my image. I've added some shader effects, and I can save it out, and I'll just add a plus to whatever that is, and I think friends, yeah, this is fine. I'll add it to the kitties, and then I hit the plus when it's red, and now it's ready to be saved. And that's all I have to do. I don't have to name them if I don't want to, and I want to hurry up and go back to playing and animating in Blender. Okay, well, this is Mighty Land Games, and I'm so grateful you're watching our video, and I hope that you're prayerfully supporting us. And let's see. Okay, so let's see, we can open up the other image. So image, open. Let's see, and let's search for cycles. If it's in this menu, maybe not. How about this one? Oh, it's over here. I'm always losing my files everywhere. Everywhere, I've got too many. Okay, there it is. So let's pop this baby back in. And this is where I was at. Did it come in? Where did it go? Did it open it to the wrong spot? Probably. So, and to go back, because I opened this, it's the same keyboard shortcut, Control Spacebar, and then that brings me back. Which it looks like I did something here, but probably I will have to figure this out. But going to the render view window. Oh yeah, I changed all the settings on this guy. So my settings are all messed up. So anyways, I'll get back to them. And that's really cool. Bringing the exposure back down will help. But isn't that cool? It's showing in the view screen. I'm super excited about learning that. And we can turn this back on, and I had changed all the settings, and I can reset them right here at the reset button on the right under the color management tabs in render, in the render properties. go down to color management. And I played around with all the settings. I think I could have saved them out, but I don't remember. But anyway, you can see how fun this is. Just, yeah, all day you can play with the settings. And then there's a lot of lighting here, so I could turn this down maybe. We love pink, oh yes we do. Some of us are crazy over pink, pink, pink. So it's affecting the lighting there a lot. So I'm scrolling the bars down here. And yay. So Tiggs and Tara and curly hair, woo. So I'm just gonna hit render on that, but first I'll make sure what's in my render view of this. So I can switch off of this by clicking N and then go to the images, the view. Maybe it's not in here. So I'm just going to close this. And then I have my images saved, so I don't have to worry. So I'm just going to close that and I'm going to hit render image. That's F12, render image. So there's the EEVEE. Quick and easy. Yay! Quick and easy, quick and easy. And then, isn't that cool? So there is a big difference on the rendering, so it's a lot of fun to play with. And like I said, you can see in the window here, and I can minimize to make so that I can see my render window. And then you can hold your cursor over these little windows and slide them over. And then get back on the render and play with it all day. And then scroll down to color management, and then you can see use curves off. There we have and on. And this is the EEVEE renderer again. And I would render it in cycles, but it takes a while. So, but I'll go ahead and do that. Switching to cycles, and now I'm going to render this out and see my adorable curls. Let's render those. And we click up here, file, no, 2 tabs over, F12, render image. And we can just render. And then we have this beautiful cycles renderer, and then we can add effects to it if we want, but this is going to take a while for it to be done. And we can see the rendering little messages that the code is giving us up here. And I think it took about 5 minutes for the last one to render. I have not set up the rendering, but it was beautiful. So that's all I really want to say. So thank you for visiting me and listening to me, and I'm having fun. And I'm drinking lemonade without sugar to get the vitamin C so I can be healthy and animate. So we'll see you later. Have a wonderful day. Tomorrow's Sunday. So remember, the Lord is good and faithful, and the Holy Spirit will be your helper. If you need His help, call on the name of Jesus, Yeshua, and He will be your strength. And I pray for you that you will have a blessed time in Blender, and that everything will be fun and easy for you, and the joy of the Lord will remain your strength. Bye. Come back again soon.